Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. I want to ask, what do you wish you had said on last week's show, but you didn't? Chris Fitzsimon, I'll start with you.
Well, we talked about the battle between new superintendent, I guess he's not that new anymore, of public instruction, Mark Johnson, and the State Board of Education, and I was talking about how I thought the superintendent made some mistakes early on. I wanted to expand on that a little bit. I've actually talked to the chairman, Bill Kobe, at an event we were participating in. I think he's been very surprised that the superintendent didn't reach out to him early on, didn't come to the state board. I think that somehow Superintendent Johnson got in his mind that DPI was the enemy and the state board was the enemy, instead of believing, which is the truth, which is there are a lot of dedicated professional people there that want the best for children in North Carolina. A lot of this animosity could have been averted, I think, if he had gone to them and initially they were ready to work with him. I think there were some walls put up at the very beginning, and I hope for everybody's sake that we can get those taken down.
Interesting. Gene, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, Tom, along with the education issues, it is such an enormous issue, and there are so many different facets of it. I think we need to stop talking about what's wrong with Mecklenburg and Wake counties, let them solve their problems, and then address the problems in the rest of the districts. We need to see what needs to be done to improve the education of the students and stop looking at who's got a job and who got appointed to something.
Interesting comment. Howard Lee, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
I've been spending a lot of time thinking about the direction in which we're moving with judges. I have never been a strong advocate for judges being elected, period. But I'm also now more concerned than ever about attaching these party tags to judges as they go out and get on the ballot. I think we need to get serious about how we can ensure and enhance the confidence in our judicial system and not keep putting judges in positions where they have to take stands that don't serve us or them well.
And become partisan political.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. John Hood, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
During our education discussion, we talked about a bill or an effort to try to look at deconsolidating some of our largest school districts. Really, this is about Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools and Wake schools primarily. That's been the primary interest. I've been an advocate of rethinking this model for years, looking at other states and looking at the data. It's not all one way or the other, but I think on balance, you get districts that are in the six-figure enrollments. That's a bad idea. You need to stop that. I think that's a big mistake for people in Wake and Mecklenburg to just say, well, this is irrelevant, we don't care. I think this is coming, and it would be wiser to take control of it and start thinking about how you could draw districts that wouldn't be so skewed racially, wouldn't be skewed socioeconomically. You can do it in both counties because it's not as if all the poor kids live in one place and all the wealthy kids live in somewhere else. In both of those counties, there's a variety of different people living in different places. So you could draw some districts wisely. They should do that now, not have it be imposed later.
So does that mean, just to clarify this, does that mean that we would be electing, for instance, in Wake County, 2 different school boards?
Sure, that's the way most states do it. I mean, North Carolina and a few other states have these large mega districts. That is not the way most states have it. And some states like New Jersey, Massachusetts, some high-performing states have hundreds of districts. You're in a place in New Jersey where
most of those districts have taxing authority too, though.
Some do, some don't. But the point here is that people are comfortable with that. A lot of the people who live in Wake and Mecklenburg weren't born there. I just want people to keep that in mind. They aren't thinking about this as if it's 1960 all over again. They're thinking about it like 4 years ago when they lived in New Jersey.
Right. Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.